How's it going, everybody? It's Pete J for Pete_J on YouTube, PJ Play on Twitch. We're back on Car Mechanic Simulator 2021, and we're still in the shop. We're working on the Pagani Zonda Revolucion. When it came in, it was a big mess, but we were able to take care of. The engine is working, but it's choppy. We got car does not start out of the way. Strange noise from the engine bay we've been able to take care of, and the change the oil in the filter we did. So repair all engine faults. We got some piston rings that need to be changed and a part yet to be discovered. We also have poor brake performance, which I think is going to be an individual. Each we're going to have to inspect each tire to figure out what exactly is happening. Maybe just pads. You know, those pads look fine. That disc looks fine. So does the caliper. So that one's not our issue. What about here? Same thing. Caliper looks fine. Piston looks fine. I mean the pad, not the piston. I was thinking maybe it's the pistons though, because we're looking at the disc looks okay as well. Maybe it needs to be resurfaced. I don't know, but we're looking. We need three. There's three parts that are still we haven't discovered. Here we go. We got a pair. We got some pads here that need some work. So that'll be one of the three. And what about here? Okay, so we got another pair of pads and a caliper. So there's your three right there. Actually, let's go ahead and take care of that. And then we can have the brakes done. We're going to have to get into a bit of a deal on this V12. We got to pull it apart to get to one set of piston rings that needs to be replaced. There's still also one part that needs to be discovered. We haven't discovered it yet. So once we get those rings, and we may find it while we're on our way to the piston rings to replace them, but for now let's go ahead and knock out this brake issue. Caliper is at 9%, and we're going to pull these. I always like to go and check. I don't hold out any hope that we can fix the brake pads. Obviously just replace those, but what about the caliper? Why do I have a camshaft for a V12? And it looks like it needs work, doesn't it? All right, I don't have to fix that. That was only 21%. Why do I have a camshaft for V12 though? Does anybody know? I do need a new brake pads and a brake caliper. I'm gonna actually, while we're at the store, oops, clicked a little too early, Pete. Start getting a little too cocky. All right, so while we're at the store, we're gonna grab two sets of pads because we know we need that. They're listing for 40. We get them for 34. We're gonna get two sets by part. I think I got OBS set to. No, okay. I was gonna say I thought it wasn't recording my cursor before, which was kind of strange when I was watching it. We need a new caliper. They list for 75. We'll get it for 63. Okay, so this should. And I'm wondering if that camshaft was the other part. You know, obviously it wouldn't be considered as fixed because I was holding it. So maybe once we reinstall it, now that we were able to fix it on the bench, maybe that knocks it out, because that was at 21% when we fixed it. I do like those rims. There you go, man. Those are some nice rims. I'm not gonna lie. I do like the rims. All right, let's pull this one. We're just gonna go ahead and put a new set of pads on, and I think we'll be able to say that the Pagani then is in the books. I'm gonna take it out to the speed track. I tried the racetrack, and I'll try it again. I had a very poor showing on the racetrack. in the last episode. But again, it was my first time. I really honestly have never did a speed track or a racetrack before in this game. So yeah, didn't handle it very well, but we live and we learn, right? I think I was just too concentrated on full out speed. So I had the pedal to the floor almost the entire time, which led me into a lot of walls, which wasn't very good. So here we go. Let's take a look. Yeah, brake performance is done. Okay. So we have to... Okay, so according to this, we've changed the oil, which means the oil is full. Double check it, Pete. Don't just guess, man. Come on. Come on, man. Don't just guess. All right, so we're going to check the oil. If there's oil in it, we're going to have to drain it because we are going to have to get this... if we look at the piston rings, let's light them up. We'll get into the engine. Now we should be... Yeah, okay. So they're over on this side. They're on... So this would be... I guess this would be the front of the engine. Typically you think of the gearbox being on the back, right? So the 1, 2, 3, the fourth cylinder on the right side? Left side? Right. If we just said this is the back, that's the front. This would be the left side, that's the right side. Okay. So... First things first, as we said, we want to double check because we're going to have to, in order to get to those rings, we're going to have to take that piston out, which means we're going to have to disconnect it from the crankshaft. And in order to do that, we have to go through the oil pan. So in order to be able to go through the oil pan, we have to make sure that there's no oil in it. Now it is full. So we're going to have to go ahead and drain that. Disengage. I don't like disconnect. I don't know why, it just drives me nuts. Disconnect, disconnect. So I'm trying to move to disengage. We're going to disengage. We're going to grab the oil drain, put it over there in one. We're going to go ahead and use the equipment. Oops. We can put you back now. All right. So now that the oil... the engine is drained of oil, we're going to go ahead and start to uncover. You know what? No, we're not. We're going to start from the bottom because honestly, once we get the cylinder head, off, we should be able to pull it out as long as we have it disengaged from the engine. And in order to do that, we have to be down here. And we're on this side. We're going to go to 4. Let's pull the oil pan. Which, oh yeah, we still got it lit up too. That helps. So it's this one here. You can see. And the actual pistons and everything look fine. We just have a bad set of rings here. So we're going to pull this rod cap off. Actually, well, so far not very difficult. Oh, I found it. I found it right here. Crankshaft bearing cap, boys and girls. That's the hidden problem. See that? What do we got? 14%. 14%. Okay, disengage. Lower it down. Let's see. I don't know if we can... I mean, the bearing cap, can we clean that up on the bench? I don't know. That's a good question. That's a question. I'm thinking I'm getting a false sense of good times here. 74. 70. 66, 74, 70, 66, 1 hundo. We're going to make sure that the fourth one is a hundo, and 73 and a hundo. So, what was it? 4 and 6. 4 and 6. All right. No, we don't have to. Cool. All right. I thought we were going to really have to. This might. Well, we're still going to have to remove the exhaust manifolds to get the cylinder head off. But I think for all my hemming and hawing, did I just replace ignition coil? Car does not ignition coil. Piston rings. Crankshaft bearing cap. Yep, there it is. Okay. All right. So no, we're not. Yeah, we're not going to get away. So like, we still got to. There's still a lot to take off. In order to get these off, we got to take that off. But in order to get this off, we have to take this off, and the timing chain cover and the thermostat. We got to get those off. All right, now I think this cover comes off, yeah. And that should expose. Oh, we gotta, oh, we do. We have to even do even more. Even more. We gotta, okay. I was hoping we could just get these cam gears off, but you got to take off the timing chain to do that. In order to get the timing chain off, you have to take all of this off. So we're back to issues like tissues, man. And something tells me I should have emptied my inventory before I dove into this, because we're going to wind up with a lot of parts. And we're going to have to make sure we get all of these parts back where they go. I may light this thing up like Times Square once I get to it, you know. Just start turning on all of the indicator lights. Uh-oh. Did I refill the cooling system? Disengage, because I don't want to pull. Yeah, I did. I don't want to pull the water pump when it's full. So, nope, that's the wrong one, Pete. We wanted to go here. Here. Yeah, I don't want to pull the water pump when the system's full. So let's drain the system, disengage. Now I think we can go ahead. Now I think we got to be on the ground anyway. I was going to jack it up, but then I'm like, I don't know if we need to do that. All right, water pump. And finally, I knew this idler roller would have to come off. All right, you can come off. I still think I'm going to have to take that other side off, because I don't know if I can get the chain without removing it. Yeah. Okay. So pull this off. And now we want to pull the shoe. And that keeps the tension, so now we should be able to, no, we got to remove the other shoes. Okay. All right, yeah, so all of these are pieces. They put a little bend in it, put a little pressure on it, and that keeps the tension on your chain. And that's what they do. Kind of like the tensioner, the belt tensioner. Same principle, basically. All right, so now we got to take this off. We got to take this off. We might as well go ahead and pull these exhaust manifolds while we're here. Nope, we got to take this one first. Okay, so that's that. And that's that. Okay, now grab the spark plugs. They're quick and easy. 74, 67. There's a 1 hundo, so you have to make sure we get a hundo in there. 65, 67, 73. Okay, now camshaft caps. I think we might have replaced one or two of these. I'm not sure. But we do have the piston detached down below. So I'm hoping once we get this off, we can just slide it out. We'll change the rings, and then we can just put it right back in again. And like I said, then comes the fun part, the rebuild. That's trying to make sure, you got to make sure that you got all those new parts where they needed to be. The rest of them don't really need to. Like if you mix up a 74% part with an 86% or a 62%, it won't hurt you. You know what I mean? It won't hurt you. It's just the ones that were broken or were under that number. Those need to. Yeah, see, now I need to take it off. You criminy. You criminy. All right, intake manifold cover comes off. We got to take. Oh, do I just need the fuel rail? Maybe that was it. No, I do have to take the manifold off. Okay. Of course you do. It is screwed into the cylinder heads, dude. Because that's where the air intake goes. And that goes into the cylinder. So of course you need to remove this. Of course you do. How could you forget? All right, so here we go. Okay. There it is. There's number 4. And there it is. Came right out. Okay. Piston rings. Let's go head over to the bench again. I don't think rings can be repaired. I think you just replace them, but we'll double check. Never hurts to double check. 71%. Yeah, the rest of the stuff is okay. Okay, so we're just going to buy some new piston rings. And they're just straight piston rings. We want to go all tab. We got that. We got that. Boom. List for 20 credits. We're going to get them for 17. All right. Now comes the rebuild. I'm going to put this piston with conrod back in with the new rings. Put the engine head back on. That we know we can do, okay? All right. Get the intake manifold back on. Or should we? No, yeah, the manifold first and then the fuel rail. Because the fuel rail actually fits in kind of in between. It runs right up along. Right? I thought I just saw it. Where is it? There it is. Yeah. So we can feed that right in there. That works out. Yeah, that was 100%. So that was a replacement part. That was at 100%. That was at 100%. Let's go back here now. And we want to go to the piston ring. We could turn that off. Turn the spark plug on though. Ignition coil. Crankshaft pulley, right? The rest of that stuff is okay. Let's see here. All right, folks. So, what are we looking at? Okay, so this should be 100% right here. And I have 3 at 100%. So we'll put that one in there. Nope, Pete, don't do that. Because it's got to go somewhere special. And it's not here. I think it's going to be on that top one. All right, we'll go ahead and stick that one in there. Where is it? Oh, okay. All right, so we're good. We're good. Why do I have a 100 though? Ignition coil. Camshaft A. Crankshaft bearing cap. I know where that is. We don't need that. Crankshaft pulley. We don't need that either. Ignition coil. That one we do need on. The spark plug we need on. What about we need? We don't need that. Camshaft cap. There. That's what I thought so. And idler roller. Water pump. We know where that goes. So. All right. I think we should be okay. I think we know. Just want to make sure I'm not screwing anything up. Okay, so this is 100% right here. Okay, those are ignition coils, so that goes 100% there. We'll go 65% here, but we're going to put 100% ignition coil on there. I guess it won't let me. Okay. There's that. What else do we have? I think those are just ignition coils. All right, so we're going to go ahead and shut off ignition coil. Oh, no, still need ignition coil on. Okay. Wasn't an ignition coil. It was... spark plug. That's what we wanted. Okay. Where was the camshaft bearing cap? That's ignition coil. Because I did light that up. I'd like to turn that off. I don't need that camshaft cap. There it is. Okay, so that can go off. So now, now what? We're gonna lock this down, I guess. We got. Okay. Switch it up. Yeah, I think once we get this locked down, I think we're going to be in good shape. Take it out on the speed track. I've never done the speed track. It's just a straightaway, I think. So we'll see what she can do flat out. And we're going to do that, and we're going to attempt to not hit anything. That would be unlike the racetrack. So now we got the 100 in there. We're going to put this in here. 60%. Okay. So there's that. Put the head cover back on. All right. So now we got a couple of ignition coils that we got to make sure. Right? So this one's 100%. This one's 100%. And then the rest of them we can just fill in. 74, 73, 70, 66. Head cover B. All right. Now we can go in and we can turn off the ignition coils. Ignition coil. Okay, there we go. All right, now we can get the exhaust man. Oh, the first one, I guess we got to go 63%. All right, this one's 100%. All right, so we still got 2 more cars. So once we get this one done, we still got 2 other cars we got to get together here. Okay, so nope, we got to put the, let's see, anything else? Those are done, those are done. Idler roller B, serpentine belt, we can turn off the exhaust manifold. Water pump, we know what the water pump is. There's only one of them, so we don't have to worry about that. Oil and filter is fine. Crankshaft bearing cap, crankshaft pulley. It's just a pulley though. It should be pretty obvious. And the rest of that's done. Okay, cool. So we can go ahead and throw these cam gears on without fear of messing anything up. We can get our timing chain on. That's not going to mess anything up. We got to put our timing chain shoes back on. That puts on the pressure, which holds the timing chain in place. And then we have the upper shoe. There's that. Okay, now we can start to put the covers on. Actually, I think that one goes on. I think this one goes on first. So I'm trying to get a look up here at the where it kind of comes together, but now it's starting to look like it's just 2 flat pieces. No, this one does look like it kind of, well, no, it doesn't. Looks like the bottom one actually. So this fits into the bottom one. So probably should have done it the other way around. Should have put these 2 on first and then the bottom one. Well, you live and you learn, right? Timing chain cover, we can get that on. And the water pump has to go on before we can put the thermostat on. There we go, thermostat. There. All right. Water pump pulley. Two water pump pulleys on this one for the V12. And idler roller. We do, I think that this one down here had to be a hundo, right? This one up here was okay, 77%. Not a bad deal. Crankshaft pulley. Now we'll get our serpentine belt on. That's got replaced to 100. And the belt tensioner to hold it in place. Take a look. All right. Nothing there, nothing there. We can turn off the idle roller and the serpentine belt. That's okay. Crankshaft pulley can get turned off. We just got a bearing cap, and then we can refill the fluids, because we also got to remember we drained the cooling system too, so we're gonna have to refill that as well. But we'll button this up first. There we go. We need, oh, we also need to put the I don't think I didn't even buy a bearing cap. Right? Okay. 43 credits, we'll get it for 36. And that goes right here. Now we got to button up the ride cap. Okay. Oil pan. This beast is done. Putting this one to bed. This was a long one. All right. Let's get her back down on the ground so we can refill fluids. And then start to put this puppy back together. Here, let's look at it. Change the oil and filter. And again, once we fill the oil, that will be completed as well. So we're going to go ahead and fill the cooling system. Aww. Sorry about that, folks. My headphones are on their last legs, and I really I hit the cord, and for a moment there was a momentary lapse where I couldn't hear anything, and obviously that's going to steal your attention a bit, you know. when you can't hear anything, you kind of freak out a little bit. Okay, we do need to put the mirrors back on. Again, we didn't have to do anything with them. It's just when you take the when you take it apart, all of this stuff comes off. I was not aware of that. Is that okay? Okay, I think that's okay. Now we're going to refill the oil, which we've done before. How did I do it before? Does anybody remember? Oh, here it is. I'm like, where's the fill plug? Oh, that's right. We got to take this off first. You can't get the fill plug off with those things on. Can I? No, I still got to take the intake manifold off just to, and in order to do that, you got to remove the fuel rail. Can I take it now? No. So just to put oil in the system, there's a certain amount of deconstruction that has to happen. All right, let's fill her up. All right, there it is. Before we... I want to know if I can check the dipstick before we put it all back together. I think that looks good to me. So let's go back to reassemblage mode. And first things first, intake manifold. Boy, this intake manifold has been on and off this car, hasn't it? Quite a few times recently. So we're going to get this back on, the manifold cover and the air filter. Now we'll put the fuel rail back on. Okay, so we refilled the oil, we refilled the coolant. We'll go ahead and we have to do some more body work. The rear clamshell, and more than likely we're gonna have to put the tail lights back in. Yeah, again, I didn't take those off specifically, but once you remove Bulgaria, that seems like that's missing something, doesn't it? Is that the way that's supposed to be? Check your inventory just to see if there's any body parts or anything that need to go back on here. I don't think so. No, I guess that's how it was. All right. So I believe this car is done. Let's go ahead and get it on the ground. Let's check. Everything's done. But before we finish the order, let's have some fun, huh? Let's have some fun. I want to go to the speed track. I want to go in the Zonda Revolucion. We're going to drive that. 800 horsepower at 9,195 RPM. 730 Newton meters at 5,220 RPM. Let's do this, man. I've never done this before. Again, I'm trying to go through the paces. I would like to do that with all the games. I guess sometimes you get stuck in just doing the things you know how to do, you know? And you don't tend to really think about. All right, so I can't turn my head or anything, so. All right, ready? 3, 2. Whoa. Where am I? So we got up to 331 kilometers an hour. I'm not sure what happened here. Where am I? Oh, we gotta go to the apron. Here's the apron over here. Wish there was an outside cam. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I said, it seems like a big oval. My biggest issue is the steering. Again, I'm doing keyboard mouse, so there's trying to fine tune to keep on a straight run. Very difficult. So we'll go back to the garage. And we should probably put this up on a. I don't think it doesn't seem to me that any of the damage that you do on these tracks actually carries over. But we will double check just to make sure, because the last thing I want to do is give the client back a mashed up Pagani. Yeah, 331 miles per hour though. That's pretty good. All right, I don't think I have any cars behind you, so we don't really have to get anybody in. Well, you do. You need to go in. Okay, here. You go behind. You go behind 1. Well, you can go to 1, right? So you are an in 1. And now we're going to take the Pagani, and I'm going to run it just to make sure it doesn't give me any kind of. Hey, you tore up this thing here. Let's go to this test path real quick. And oh, that's right. Okay, I'm doing things wrong already. Yeah, you got to do this. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, so I don't think I didn't damage anything. I think everything's fine. So, all right, cool. You can go back to 3, and we will call your owner, and they can come get you. But we're gonna take a picture or 2 before we do that. Right outside here, right outside Pete's place. Cancel out. Very cool. So this job is done. We got everything. Put it out on the track there. It was fun. This was a bonus of 25 XP. The engine is working, but it's choppy. 490 credits. Car does not start. 120 credits. Strange noise from the engine bay. 2,597 credits. Change the engine oil in the filter. 25. Repair all engine faults. 2,369 credits. Poor brake performance. 1,105 credits. A task bonus of 3,772 credits. A job bonus of 2,496 credits for a total payout of 12,974 credits. We're going to take that cash. We're going to take that cash. All right, now we got the Del Rey Custom here. Sweet looking vehicle, but it needs a lot of work. A 57 Del Rey Custom Fury. All right. V8 overhead valve. Gets 355 horses at 5,560 RPM and 566 Newton meters at 3,760 RPM. We got repair all engine faults, brake problems, and loud exhaust. So we'll be getting to that next time when you come back. Next Monday morning, we'll do some more Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. We got a Del Rey Custom to get on. These projects are turning out to be a lot more than I had originally envisioned, but it seems like they're going to be one episode per vehicle. So come on back next time, and until I see you, be safe, be well, be good. Be back here next time. We'll knock this Del Rey out. Bye-bye.